Hello viewers and welcome back to McElroy's Motors, the home of the weird, the boring, the projects, and the adventures. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today's date is October 24th, 2025, which means we are now just 1 week away from Halloween and 2 weeks away from disembarking on this incredible 2,500 mile road trip. It should be a lot of fun and I'm getting super excited about it. I also have some incredible updates to share with you guys for the trip, so let's get started by cueing the music. The first update I'd like to share with you guys today is the fact that I finally bought myself a tripod. It was long overdue, and at doing YouTube for almost 2 years, I figured it would be a positive upgrade. The tripod itself can extend from anywhere from 2 feet to just shy of 6 feet. So, needless to say, it's definitely going to come in handy. And besides, the tripod also can not only extend, but also has some level readouts, which will definitely come in handy if I'm filming some excellent view, or who knows what. But, that's not all, because the tripod itself also came with this little gimbal / selfie stick, and it extends as well. So all in all, for 75 bucks, I could not complain. But it's about time I finally get myself a tripod as well as a gimbal. And then you may ask me, what happened to the 40-gallon tote that's on your roof? Allow me to explain that. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what's left of it. It doesn't look that bad from a distance, but up close, as you could probably tell, it is quite badly warped, and I'm not sure how it had happened. I'm assuming it's because Ohio's weather has been changing up, down, left, and right for the past couple of weeks. And what I mean by that is, it was 78 degrees 1 week, and then here I am this morning, and it's down to 42. Plus, with being strapped to the roof of my car, it definitely did not help things further, especially as I'm driving down the highway to get to and from work. So it's now time to say goodbye to this one. But it's also time to say hello to the new tote. As you can see, it looks pretty much the same. The only difference being, it looks slightly different on the top, and the writing that was all over the sides had magically disappeared. But inside is where the magic happens. Inside the massive tote is this equally massive Aldi bag, and inside the equally massive Aldi bag are these tiny little bottles of two-stroke oil that I got for the Trabant owners down in Washington, D.C. I have another 40 coming all the way from Iowa or Kansas or wherever, but either way, it's going to come in handy for the Trabant owners. So it's now time to strap this inside the tote onto the roof of the Sadie. I get asked all the time, why don't you just get one of those rooftop storage solutions? And the reason why I don't do that is because this tote holds quite a bit more than those rooftop storage solutions, and besides, I've been trying to find myself an OEM specific Saturn roof rack system for this car, but every time I get a hold of one, they either sell beneath me or I just get ripped off. So I just figured this would be a lot less of a headache, it's cheaper, and above all else, it just looks more ridiculous. This is difficult. Alright, that is on there. The hooks are not blocking the door this time. The ratchety thing is not blocking the door either. Door closes. Time for a test drive to see if this strap vibrates to the point it makes it sound like my wheel bearing has gone bad again, or if it actually doesn't make any noise at all. Let's find out. Alright, we are now on the highway heading north. The speed limit on this highway is 55, and I'm currently doing 60, and that's totally legal here in America. You can do 5 over without major problems. But I'm going to try getting up to 70, because once I got past 65, that's when the noise of the straps vibrating would cause a serious issue. So, let's put my foot down a little bit. 62, 65, 68, 70, and no noise at all. I'm quite impressed.
Ew, Tesla. Ew, ew, ew. Quit ruining my excitement.
Despite housing all the two-stroke oil for the Trabant owners, that tote up on the roof is going to be the place where we store all our snacks. And the reason why we're putting them up there is, for one thing, they can stay nice and chilled, and secondly, so therefore they can not be crushed, because I'm carrying 4 people in this thing and we'll be driving 700 miles or so on the first day of the trip alone. So I'm glad it's holding out pretty well. Sure, my gas mileage has reduced quite a bit, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about it, because at least this thing doesn't take that much gas in the first place. But yeah, I am pretty pleased that it's holding. I am just so grateful that my rooftop storage solution is working at last. And yes, people may comment on it, people may think it looks goofy, but that's the point. But I am just so grateful it's working, because if it wasn't, God forbid, we will have to put 1 big bag of two-stroke oil and 2 big bags of snacks in this tiny little car. And with 4 people on board in a car with only 77 cubic feet of interior space, plus all that extra baggage, it will make for one very claustrophobic journey. But I'm ready for it if my passengers are ready. But I do have some more updates for you guys. Another update I'd like to share with you guys is the fact that my friend Joseph is joining us all the way from South Carolina. He'll be driving up separately, but because of the fact that he's been battling cancer for the past year and the fact that he has a very crazy work schedule, being a music director, it is kind of hard to fit everything all in. So as such, he'll be joining us for the first 3 nights of the road trip and not much else. But at the same time, I'm very happy that he's coming along anyway. But that also made things a little tricky for hotel reservations. So in the state of Virginia, you're not allowed to have more than 4 people per hotel room, because it can make things a little hectic if, God forbid, there was a fire. So what I had to do is I called some hotels in the Washington, D.C. area to see if they'll be willing to accommodate my 2 friends, Alicia and Anthony, while Joseph, my buddy Jason, and myself stay elsewhere. And I called hotel after hotel after hotel, and either they wouldn't take a third-party booking, or they were completely booked. But by the grace of God, I found a hotel within just a few minutes away from where the Trabant owners are meeting up at, and they were willing to take Alicia and Anthony at the last possible minute, so I give my invisible hats off to them. The second update I'd like to share with you guys is I'm finally getting some new glasses. These glasses I'm wearing now, I've had since 2017, and even though my eyesight hasn't changed much since I got these glasses, which is a good thing, I definitely has been diagnosed with astigmatism. So needless to say, bright lights aren't my best friend, but these glasses have served me well for the last 8 years, but the lenses have not. And I think it's about time I get some new lenses, because these lenses, even though you can't see it on camera, have these little spotted particles all over them from when I worked a foaming job back in 2022. But in conclusion, I also took Sadie to my local mechanic just to have her thoroughly inspected to make sure everything is shipshape and ready to go for this road trip. And I'm pleased to report that everything is shipshape and ready to go. I am so excited about this road trip, because it is the biggest and by far the craziest thing I had ever done as an individual. But that being said though, I am glad I'm not going alone, because I'm taking friends, some of which that have never been to Washington, D.C. before, so it'll be a first time for them. And I do have some surprises for them as well once we get there. But at the same time, I am so excited about this road trip to the point I wish you could feel my heartbeat, because it is so exciting knowing we've come this far, being just 2 weeks away, with all the news regarding Sean and all the stuff that was up, down, left, and right, trying to keep this thing on the road. All the modifications I have done to this car are completely reversible. So I'm sure there's some purists out there who will say, oh my god, what the heck have you done to your car? Relax. And I also do have some great news to share with you guys, but I am not going to unveil that until after I come back from the road trip. But at the same time, I am so happy that everything is shipshape and ready to go, and there's no going back now. So anyways guys, if you want to see more of that road trip, feel free to smash subscribe and like this video, as well as comment down in the comment section, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching.